Hey, hey guys. I am just gonna give a second for people to help me. I know this is an unexpected thing, but I wanted to say something while it was on my heart. You can hear me. I'm like doing a bunch of stuff. I'm in my mode right now. And I just decided that I was just going to pop on here because I read something. Okay, so I hope everybody's doing well. Number one, first and foremost, I hope that everyone has had a blessed day and that you guys are feeling like y'all can go out and conquer it all. That you are not by yourselves and you're not alone. Let's see, it's just saying my Wi-Fi is a little slow, which is good because I'm right in the middle of the thing. But it's okay. So I'm in my house, but I'm not in my usual place. So, but it's all good. So I wanted to come on here because I read something not too long ago, and it's just really been dealing with me, and the fact that I've also been thinking about this subject and topic about not losing yourself. And as you all know, we've been really focused on this year healing and maturity, and really delving deep into conversations about our own mental health, wealth, and wellness. You know what? It is a mental wealth. I'll take that, God. Our riches are found in the way we think. But I really wanted to talk about this post per se that I saw from a little bit different perspective because it really touched me. It says, I allowed a man to bring me down and had me feeling like I wasn't good enough, had me questioning myself. I wasn't sure enough, begging him to love me. I turned that hurt into motivation for my children. I will never allow my children to see me cry until I'm sick again. I will never allow no man to make me feel less than myself. That touched me in so many different aspects. One, for the woman who wrote this, my heart goes out to her. My prayers go up for her. And I know exactly where she is and where she's been. And it's a really tough place. But what I saw in here was so many different things. And the thing that stuck out to me was the fact that I was once in a space whereby I thought I had it all together and I was doing good. And I connected myself with this thing, this person that brought me outside of what I knew to be true to myself until I didn't even recognize myself anymore. And that had an effect on the way in which I was able to mother and be present for my children, the way that I was able to perform at work and show up for my clients and things that I needed to do that were necessary for me to be able to care for not just them, but for myself. And so I really wanted to just take a moment to sit in the fact, not so much to kind of go deep into exactly what she said in here, but to really talk about the importance of us really taking the time to really step back and assess where we are in life, to really take a step back. And as I look over my life, really think about, the ways in which I lost myself. If we're not careful, the things that we are investing our time into, the things that we are investing ourselves into, we could lose sight of who we are. And so I want to encourage someone today, if they are in the middle of a situation, or if they are a person who is like the woman who wrote that message, to say, you know what, never again will I allow my children to see me cry to the point that I'm sick. I'm here to say, your healing is within you. You possess everything that you need in order for you to find yourself again, or even a self that you never even knew that you had in you, right? Or that you never even knew existed. The thought about not losing yourself is really about you understanding what your wholeness looks like. What does that mean for you as you carry on your day to day, as you experience these things that you encounter, as you experience the relationships that you're in? In my mind right now, I'm just thinking about the fact that I didn't really know who I was. So I didn't even know that I had lost myself, because I wasn't really focused on me. I was focused on, how can I be a great wife, a good girlfriend, that woman that's going to hold them down? How could I be the person that they need to be on the outside, which includes people at work, communities, even our family? Like, how can I present myself well for my parents so that I don't let them down? But I had never taken the time to step back and look at me for who God created me to be, loving on myself to a point whereby I really knew who I was. And what I'm recognizing and realizing now is, when you know who you are, you don't have to fight. You don't have to battle nothing. It's almost as if you don't fit what's here already, baby, then you can go ahead about your business. But it takes a certain type of person, it takes a certain type of individual to be able to really speak with confidence that they really know who they are. I hear a lot of people say, I know me. I know who I am. Can't nobody move me and shake me. But there are those moments that happen, those tests that come, those trials that meet us face to face, the thing that the enemy knows how to make us weak in. And those are the moments where we really get to see who we are. And I think it's twofold, right? It's not just about not losing yourself, but how can you release yourself? So I don't want to lose me per se. I don't want to lose all of the things that make me me. But there are some things about me that I have grown to know, to love, to hold on to create codependencies with, that I don't and shouldn't be attached to. Those things I need to learn how to lose in order to be able to find myself. So I think that we need to learn how to release ourselves, right? So how can I be comfortable in the fact that I'm going to need to release myself in one area so that I could find myself in another? To me, when as I'm continuing to think about the things that I have gone through in my divorce, as I've been growing as a mother, and as just as a parent overall, as a caregiver overall, I think about myself in the perspective of, you know what, there were points and times in my life where, I thought I had it all together and everybody was against me. People didn't understand me. But it really was that I didn't understand myself. That there were people who saw so much greatness in me and saw my potential, but I couldn't see it in myself because I had buried myself. I had created my own funeral. I had dug my own grave and I had laid down in it and covered myself up and didn't even realize that I was the one that was sucking the life out of myself. And you say, well, how you do that? It was because of the choices and the decisions that I had made. It was because I was seeking something instead of seeking me, instead of asking. And my mom, she's a wonderful person. If you guys don't know her, I share the things that she has instilled into my life and into my thinking is phenomenal. One of the things that we had been talking about and walking with was God show me me. And so when she said that, and as I continue on this journey, the fact of the matter is, I buried myself because I didn't know me and because my relationship with God was very iffy, if I may say. I had that weak faith, right? It wasn't that faith didn't exist, and it wasn't that it wasn't at its maximum capacity at the time that it was, but it was shallow. It was shallow with regards to me thinking that the faith is what's going to, it's almost like the faith is the good thing. Like, oh my gosh, like if I have faith that this thing is going to launch me to here. But really, faith is just holding on to the fact that I don't walk alone. It is the thing in which I needed to be able to help me to overcome, to have the hope to be able to see myself beyond myself. The faith is the thing that helped me not to lose myself. And so I just want to give that to you today, that it's time to release yourself, that you might be going through whatever you're going through and you might not even recognize who you are. You might be doing the self-medicating, feeling victimized. You might be out there thinking that all of the other things around you is what's going to bring you joy. But I want to say to you, it's time. It's time for you to release yourself so that you can find yourself. Don't lose yourself. Take the time to get to know who you are so that you could show up and be who you need to be for the people who need you. I love y'all. I hope that y'all have an excellent weekend, and I can't wait to see you this coming week in the throne room as we continue the conversations with regards to minority mental health and what it takes to heal. Talk to you guys later.